Lynn Haven City Commissioners spent 30 minutes of a 2-hour meeting this morning discussing and approving something that had already happened. The topic involved an overtime payment to City Manager Vickie Gainer for last year's Martin Luther King Jr. holiday celebration. News 13's Heather Basley tells us most of the discussion involved possible sunshine violations.
In January 2024, Lynn Haven City Manager put together the city's MLK celebration. Gainer not only organized it, but also worked during the event. The city's Human Resources Director, Jennifer Hodges, suggested Gainer should be paid some overtime. As a salaried employee, Gainer is generally not eligible for overtime, but her contract states she does not have to work on municipal holidays.
Is critical here because her expectation of when she works excludes municipal holidays, and that is the specific issue you have before you. She is not, by her contract, she is not expected to work on holidays.
At some point, Hodges sent an email to all the city commissioners asking if Gainer should receive the overtime. Some responded, others didn't. Regardless, Gainer received the overtime even though she never asked for it. At some point, someone questioned if Hodges' email violated the Open Government Sunshine Law. So it wound up on Tuesday's consent agenda, which raised more questions. Members of the public cannot comment on consent agenda items until after they're approved.
I would ask all 5 of you to consider, is the consent agenda the definition of full and open discussion paired with an independent final action? It is not.
So commissioners agreed to move the overtime issue to the old business portion of the agenda.
I just want to be in the spirit of transparency. I'm happy to talk about it. Like I said, there's nothing to hide.
Some residents questioned the overtime payment.
And as an hourly worker, I like that I could pick up some extra time if I wanted to. As a salaried person, I felt like intelligent time management and maybe taking top time off, being in a place where I need to be when I need to be there.
In the end, commissioners voted to approve Gainer's overtime payment by a 4-to-1 margin.
There was a lot of effort and work that was put in that is not part of her contract. Her contract does not require her to engage and to provide that type of leadership in that way. But I would say she does that for all of our events.
But commissioners also made it clear that this was a one-time situation and will be addressed in Gainer's next contract negotiation. In Bay County, Heather Basley, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
At least one citizen asked about the amount of overtime Gainer received. No one was able to answer that question.